Hey, this is your recap auntie. Hey, y'all, this is Shar. We are here to recap episode number 98 of Beyond the Gates, okay? That is what we hear. We do a full recap. We have a kiki, we add some nice little spice and sugar and everything in between. So let's go. All right, we are at the country club, and when I tell you Danny, girl, got on this bright red jumpsuit, it is so cute with a gold belt. Yes. And so she walks into the lobby of the country club. And so she sees Sissy. She's like, oh my God, are you psychic? I keep telling y'all, they got them powers, honey. And Nicole looks very demure. She has a really cute striped, looks like a real comfortable dress that anybody would wear like a good Saturday morning going to the mall. Danny tells her, girl, I was just running home to call you and check up on your ass, girl. Nicole's like, no, and why? So Danny was like, "Cause girl, you've been on my mind, and I wanted to make sure that everything, with everything going on that you were going through, I just wanted to make sure you were okay." Nicole was like, "Girl, you don't even know the latest development. Leslie has filed a police report saying I assaulted her." Danny says no. And so Nicole says, yes, girl. Jacob thankfully saw the complaint and made sure that he was the one to investigate that shit. And he put some of that sprinkle dust on there, the Dupree sprinkle dust, and made it go away. Thank God. Danny was like, looking like straight faced, like, I'm sorry, I'm still just trying to process, girl, that you assaulting somebody. Not just someone, Nicole says, but that bitch Leslie. They show a full face view of that damn jumpsuit that Danny has on, and it's off the shoulder. It ain't no regular jumpsuit, baby. It's off the shoulder. That thing is bad. So Danny was like, well, that does make more sense, and it's beyond justified, but still, sis, that seems like something more that I would do. I mean, girl, ain't we a great couple of role models for our kitties? Nicole just laughed. I wonder was that in the script, because that would that sounds like something that was off the script. Well, anyway, we're at the guest house. Cat and Chelsea are roommates, so they can looking cute too. So Chelsea is on her little her tablet, and she says, there, now the stitching works. Cat, we are so close to launching, girl. I can hardly believe it. And everybody out there is fucking losing it, girl. I really wish that we were going to the illumination at the vineyard this year. Now that would be a really good time to get the word out. So Cat looks cute too. Her little shorts outfit got the little ruffles around the edges and stuff. She's looking for her phone. Now she hasn't really been the more vintagey Cat lately. They've clearly have changed her wardrobe to be more hip. Like she's not as dressy as she normally is. So she had a little cute skirt on, but it's normally more vintagey. This is more cutesy. So she's mad because she can't find her fucking phone. So girl, that shit was sitting right in front of us. I guess it was under a piece of paper. So Chelsea shows her the phone. She's like, girl, you have been real damn salty since you got up this morning. I mean, girl, are you going to tell me what the fuck is wrong, or are you going to make me guess? Please, because you already know what the fucking answer is. That's what Kat says. It's always the same damn answer. Evil. I just don't understand why he is always all about her. I mean, cuz, I hate to say this, and you're going to hate to hear it even more. You need to start getting over this. He is always going to be attached to her. So here they go. Here we go. Another conversation that you think about. You're talking about one thing, but it's another. So, Kat was like, girl, how could you say that? So Chelsea was like, because she's his daughter. We know that that's not Kat. Like I said, whenever she walks into the room, you always thinking that she's talking about one thing, but it's always something totally, totally different. So she was like, oh no. Kat says, no, girl, no, I'm not talking about Dad. I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about Tomas. All right, so we are at Bill's office. So we see Tomas outside of Bill's office waiting for something. So we see Haley come with another tight ass dress on. No more top knot, no more baby hairs, thank God. So she taps Tomas on the shoulder. Has he gotten off that conference call yet? Nope, still going on. I really do hope everything's okay. While they're talking, I'm noticing that, damn, there's a bunch of phones ringing in the background. And Bill comes out looking stressed like a mother. So Bill comes out, he said, look, Tomas, you can take care of everything now that the fire's out, okay? Now go look over the client file, and I'll lay out a game plan for our upcoming deposition while we walk to my car. Meet me at the elevator, all right? I'm running late. So, of course, they give each other a kiss. He says, oh, man, hey, baby. So they go into his office. He's like, oh man, today is kicking my ass. But everything is okay with you, right? I mean, you know what she's going to do, like, because again, Nicole does not blow her stack for nobody. She's going to want to know, okay, Bill, that's like the third or fourth Dupree that has come to your house. You had asked me to leave the damn room, and I still don't know what the fuck is going on. So she says, after he says everything was good with you, right? She says, actually, I really want to. He's like, okay, go, baby. Okay, go. I'll see you when I get home. I mean, I gotta run, skedaddle, bye. So he leaves. See, that's what, see, after the honeymoon is over with, baby, after all the fighting with Danny is over with, that's what you have to deal with. A busy Bill. Child, why did I speak her up? Remember I spoke her up in the front porch talk? Man, here come June. So they're at Orphe Jean's, her and Naomi. So June is trying to get the waitress attention. So Naomi was like, I know you probably haven't been eating regularly lately. I'm sure you have. June was like, hell, I'm much better since they started giving us that junk at the hospital. I don't need that shit no more. Low salt my ass. That's just another damn word for saying no flavor. So Naomi just was tickled, but girl, you really do look better. So June was like, you know, it's the fresh air. That damn hospital air is full of chemicals and germs. That's why everybody that stays there stays damn sick. Another few days of freedom, and I'll be as good as new. Naomi was like, okay, girl. I mean, do you still feel safe at the underpass? Now, Naomi, push pause. Naomi is really good. Girl, you just found out that your cousin committed a murder. Your grandpappy was part of it. Your dad did that shit. It's like, but you sitting here having lunch at Orphe Jean's with June, like yesterday conversation ain't never happened. I swear. All right, so we got her extra, honey. So June calls the waitress over here. Hey, you over there? So she says, anyone got room for dessert? I could have did that. I could have put on my jeans shirt and my Orphe Jeans damn apron, y'all. Don't be tripping. Any of y'all want some dessert? We got pies, greens, tomatoes. So June is real fidgety. She tells the waitress, girl, we're busy. We're a couple of busy ladies, and we got places to go and people to see. Girl, you ain't got no place to go and nobody to see. She said, the check. And the lady lays down the check, and so she looks at, I got this, tells Naomi. And Naomi's like, but June, you ain't got no money. So she looks at the bill, and she says, I insist, girl, you treated me far too many times. So June pulls out this wad of cash. Where'd she get that money from? Oh, girl, wait a minute. Is that food stamps money? That look like that old food stamp paper money. Old Monopoly money. So it looks like Jude has the picture still safe. I guess they're going to let her play it off. And Naomi is like, child, I'm just going to let her pretend that she paying for this shit. Because her and the waitress are like, child. So the lady wanted to look at the picture. She said, oh, can I see it? I'm such a sucker for babies. So she was going to reach for the picture. And June was like, look, bitch, hands off. I'm not paying you with this. Not this picture. It's much too valuable. So she reaches in her purse and, trying to, and so she give all that play money. She tell the lady to keep the change. So the lady was looking like, I don't take no play money, honey. This ain't no fucking Monopoly. I mean, I know you got the life-size Monopoly game, honey, but this is real world. I mean, not real world, but I mean. So Naomi was like, you heard her. Told to the waitress, so the waitress walked away. So she says, but June, I'll be paying for the tip. But we all know what Naomi finna do. So she talking about the lady right there. June was like, well, if you insist, not that she deserves it, with her pawing all over other people's property like that. Ew. So Naomi covers the bill, and the lady was like, thank you, bitch, because she crazy. So Naomi tells her and thanks her for taking her to lunch. She said, well, that's the least I can do, with everything you done for me. So Naomi was like, I mean, that's sweet of you, June, but I really do wish I could do more, like put your ass in an apartment. So Naomi asks June, girl, I mean, would you mind if I take just one more look at that picture? Okay, girl, but just keep it away from that old grabby ass waitress. I think she had her eyes on it. Naomi was like, okay. So she keeps looking at the picture. She said, yeah, it's a little torn and everything, but you can really tell that these are some beautiful, beautiful kids. Okay, so now we're about to prove something, okay? Remember, we always thought that Jude and damn Haley were kin. They do look alike now that they're in the same space. Well, anyway, Haley comes into damn Orphe Jeans. And so while Naomi was talking with June about the phone number at the bottom of the picture, June was like, don't be messing with grown folks. So she snatches it away. So Naomi's like, don't take it. So Haley walks up into Naomi and say, can we talk, Naomi? So June was like, well, not with me. You can't talk with me. So she was like, we're not done. Naomi was telling June we ain't done. And so June was like, girl, I treated your ass to lunch. And you see Haley looking at her. But again, now we see that there's no connection between Haley and June. But June is getting up fairly quickly. And you can see Haley looking at her real weird. But there's no connection, right? Ooh. She's like, I already treated you to lunch, girl. What more do you want from me? So she gives Naomi a hug. It's always fun hanging with your toots. I ain't heard toots in so long. But I'm due back to my own business. So Naomi's like, bitch, what was so important? Well, I'm sorry that I was interrupting you and your friend, but I really want to ask you something. So Naomi was like, girl, is this going to take long? Because I'm expecting my man here soon. Well, I'll just have to hurry because what I have to say, it's not good for the police officer's ears. So Naomi was like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck have you done? So Haley was like, me? Girl, nothing but I'm really worried that someone close to the both of us may have done something criminal. So Naomi was like, I mean, your question is, my husband, your father. Tell me straight, Naomi. Did he kill somebody? Why the fuck do you think Naomi is going to tell you anything when you stole her father from her mother and y'all were best friends? Just because y'all talked a little bit in the hospital when he had a stroke, that don't mean shit. Naomi still don't like your ass. Why in the world you think you could come there and tell her that? And you think she like, girl, yeah, guess what, girl? My grandparents just told me. No, she ain't saying shit to you because she don't trust you and she don't like your ass. Anyway, we're back at the damn country club. So Nicole tells Danny was like, oh, bitch, honey, that bitch Leslie, she had it coming. And Danny was like, oh, I agree. She said, I never seen a face so suitable for fucking slapping. I do have to admit, though, I wish I had shown a little bit more restraint. No, you don't, Nicole. And not go for her throat in the middle of Orphe Jean. Danny says, my demure older sister, baby, brawling in front of witnesses. Ooh, I wish I had seen this side of you when we were growing up, girl. My girl, this is not a side that I'm particularly proud of. I am. But Daddy says, my refined sister is more like her scrapper daddy sister than anyone I ever imagined. She's like, oh, I just hate being so volatile and emotional, girl. Girl, guess what I did? I even laid into Bill's ass last night, too. And I did not enjoy it. It's exhausting. So everybody was right, Nicole. You can't handle the truth. You can't handle being mean. It is exhausting though. I've been like that maybe a few times. I can count on one hand. And when you have to deal with like some drama and just really just don't give a fuck and throw caution out the window, it can be exhausting. That's why I'm like, I don't know how people can do that shit all the time. I can count on one hand that I've done it. One. And I maybe can count maybe one time, two at the most. Two. That I felt like I had to do it. That's not normally me, but when I'm pushed and I have to say something or I have to fix it, then yeah, I'm definitely gonna do it. But it's so exhausting. So Danny was like, "Girl, you just need to build up your stamina, girl. And tearing Bill a new one is the great way to do it. I mean, girl, I should be using my energy on my son, not Leslie's ass." So Danny asks her, how is Martin? She said, well, girl, I would like to say well, but this is so hard on him and his family. She says, I'm about to meet Samantha and Tyrell here. She says she just want to give them a little bit of normal time with their grandmammy. Oh, Nicole. Danny tells her they are so lucky to have a wonderful and exceptional grandmammy who has always had time for them. Nicole was like, girl, you give me way too much credit. And Danny was like, girl, not possible, sissy. We Duprees, baby, we stick together. And then give each other their hugs. And Danny's eyes is big. It looks like she finna make a visit to Bill's. So we back at the guest house. So Cat fills Chelsea in like, girl, I went to Eva's hotel room to tell her to get her half-back crazy ass mammy to drop the charges against my mom. And imagine my damn surprise when I see Tomas's ass there. Girl, no, they weren't. They weren't. No. She was like, no, hell no. But that don't mean, girl, that it never would have gone to that place. If my ass would have gotten there just 10 minutes later, honey, all bets would have been off. No, I mean, because Eva had changed her mind. If you got there 10 minutes earlier, you would have seen something. But she wants to blame Eva. Now, I'm not blaming Eva. She said, but that's all because of Eva's manipulation, drawing him into her sticky little web. Nah, no, Tomas ain't vulnerable. Not one bit. So Chelsea was like, well, cuz, how did he explain being in her room? Something about some bullshit about him wanting to borrow a book. Honey, I ain't sticking around to hear that rest of that bullshit. I mean, so what does this mean for you and Tomas, cuz? I mean, if he had a legit excuse for being there. Shit, Kat was like, girl, I don't even know. She said, but I am not about to gift wrap his ass and put him into Eva's hand. So Chelsea was like, bet, if you want him, girl, he's yours. Okay? Eva is no match for you. Period. Period. That little bitch needs to stop throning on my parade and settle for someone in her own damn league. So she gets her phone, baby, and she dials a number. Can you come over? Because we obviously need to do some talking. Oh, we're back at the country club, and we see the twins, Tyrell and Samantha. So we haven't seen them in a few days. So Nicole tells him, I can only imagine how hard everything must be for them both lately. Now, Nicole, don't tell too much now. They only told them just a little bit. Hopefully Martin, as he was spilling all his tea, that he told you, about not sharing certain things with the kids. So she tells them also that Martin feels really bad that he's not been at the house, but that's because of Smitty. So she just pours into them and tells them how important they are and, don't make this feel bad. It's not the end of the world. Y'all will be, you guys are just as important to us as you were before all of this shit went down. So she says the love will never change ever. So Samantha's like, I know you are, Grandma. I mean, honey, Pop tells us this all the time. Dad tells us, and now you. I mean, we're full of love. So Samantha, with all fear and trembling, asked Nicole if she can talk to Smitty about letting Martin move back home. And so Tyrell was like, don't be saying that. She's like, look, you already know I'm going to ask anyway, but be quiet. So she asked Nicole. Like today, like, Samantha, y'all just went and got into argument like last night. Wasn't it last night? I guess. No, Smitty ain't going to let him move back in today. So, girl, we are right back to Danny's house. Danny with her bottle, baby. That's her favorite accessory. And guess who's back in town? Pammy. So Pammy comes on. Girl, I want to know what's been going on with Martin. I mean, after that abbreviated press conference, he couldn't get more attention if he tried. But then when they announced that it was due to a family emergency, I knew I had to check in with you. Is everything okay? Danny was like, girl, you ain't got to read too much into it, Pammy, honey. Girl, you know how politicians have to talk in public. You can't just cut out on an event without a reason, That looks like some Moscato she pouring. Yes, I do. I do know how politicians have to talk, and I also know Danny Dupree sidestep when I hear one. What did I just say, girl, about not reading too much into this, huh? Pammy? Okay, all right. I can tell that you don't care to share, and that's fine. It's all right. I know you're all well enough to not push, but you know me well enough to know that I will be here whenever you're ready, to listen when and if you are. Girl, Martin and Smitty are going through a very, very rough patch. I do believe they'll work that shit out. They love each other so very much, and that shit just don't go away just because your husband's disappointed you, as much as you might wish it would sometimes. So Pam is like, Danny, to me it looks like you're speaking of yourself. But no, girl, they got their children to consider, right? So, well, if anyone needs anything, okay, you just say the word. Okay, Danny? Have I told you lately, girl, how of a wonderful BFF you are? Yeah, Pammy is the bomb. That's only because you deserve the very best. Is this Dupree family check-in the reason, girl, you needed to see me right away? No. I have news. It sounds like Pammy's going to be leaving. Danny was like, good news, I hope. And so Pam was like, only you can say. So we're back at the guest house. And so, okay. Tomas is there, so he tells Chelsea, I was expecting to see you, Chelsea. How's it going? I mean, he said, I wasn't expecting to see you, Chelsea. How's it going? So Chelsea was like, I was on my way out, giving you two some privacy. She looks at Tomas and says, use it wisely, nigga. Okay, beyond the gates, y'all is trash. The door is wide open. Tomas is standing there, but y'all cut the bird the bird chirping on as soon as Chelsea moves the curtains back and walks out. That's when the birds start chirping. But the door is wide open, so why don't we still hear the birds outside? Y'all just wait till she moved the curtains back and chirp, 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 chirp. But then when the curtains are pushed back in place, the birds just stop. Girl, I hope I didn't interrupt, but you did call. That's right, I did, nigga. So he says, half of me was surprised to hear from you. What you mean half of you was surprised, Tomas? What is that all about? What you trying to blame her for the other half? What was the other half, Tomas? This motherfucker talking about the other half was hoping to. So you had one half that was surprised to hear from her, but the other half was hoping that you would hear from her. You're confusing me. You two sisters, dude. And Kat was like, with either half of that, honey, did that even give you like a little inkling to be the first to call my ass? I did, but the way that we left it, I needed time to figure out what to say. And the last thing I wanted to make things worse by saying something I'd regret. Kat was like, please, nigga, please. A lawyer afraid to use his damn words? When there's a chance that I can lose something that I really truly care about, then yes. I do want to be upfront and perfectly clear with you, Kat. I did not fuck Eva. He said sleep with her, but you know my mouth. I did not sleep with Eva. Not before you got to the hotel room and not after. Kat was like, I want to believe your ass, but I know what I saw, and I saw what I saw, and the vibe that I got. I saw that shit. If there's something going on between you and that bitch, do not insult my intelligence by denying that shit. Now, I better push damn play, and he better tell her the fucking truth. He better be honest. He better be. And please don't try to get me to confess to something that I didn't do. She's not telling you trying to mince words, nigga. I know what you're doing, Tomas. Do I like Eva? Do I think that she's a good person? Do I think that she's a person that's stuck in a crappy situation between her mammy and the family that she's sorry, but it's true, not a part of? Yes and yes. I know I'm taking my life into my own hands, but I don't regret saying this, but I don't think Eva's gotten a fair shake from your family. Wait a minute, do I really need to remind your ass that viper in ugly fucking boots took up space in my mammy's home, this is from Kat, to pretending to be her loyal assistant, all the fucking while plotting to blow up my parents' lives? Honestly, Eva being a duplicitous schemer is not a surprise to me. And that's my point. That's why I know that Kat has her issues, but she just said it right there, y'all. Although Eva knows that was her sister's man. I'm saying, I blame Tomas more. But what I'm saying is that what Kat just laid out right there in front of his face and to us, the girl came to town to start trouble. She did. Yeah, Kat can be a little bitchy sometimes, but Kat owns her bitchiness. She do. She owns it. She knows she's not likable. There's a lot of people she don't trust. Chelsea's her best friend. That's her sister. She don't need no more sisters. She's put it out there. She's not pretending to try to be nobody. What you see is what you fucking get with Kat. It definitely is. That's why I'm team motherfucking Kat. I'm not saying that she can be a little petty sometimes, but she owns it. Anything that she does, she owns that shit. You see what you get with her. You get what you get. That's why I'm a little more disappointed with Eva, because, some weeks Eva gets it right and some weeks she really don't. And no matter what, she's always going to have her mama's side. All Leslie has to do is tell her what she wants to hear. And she's going to follow her mother's lead. That's it. She is not that far removed from her mammy. So that's why I'm Team Cat, and probably will always be. But again, I flip-flop a little bit, just a little bit. But Team Cat is where it's at, baby. So she tells him, she was like, look, I expected more from your ass. So now it's time to be clear. Be real fucking clear with me. She says, and it's time for me to be clear too. You just said that you like Eva without really elaborating what that fucking means. And I've got my fucking pride. So if that's who you damn want, Now is the time to say that shit. And maybe I'll consider a friendship with you. So be fucking honest, Tomas. Be honest, nigga. Eva's a friend, full stop. Nigga, please. You wanted to fuck her. Oh, he make me so mad today. That's what you walked in at the hotel. Full stop. Two friends supporting each other. Nigga, you was spread all on the fucking bed. You would have fucked her if she wouldn't have stopped your ass. Oh, he lying. He asked, she said, so all you fucking feel is friendship for her? He says, exactly. Flat-footed and lying. And she said, well, what do you fucking feel for me? What I feel for you has never been the question. Oh my God. She was like, then what's the question? Your feelings for me. See, he's flipping the fucking script. Let me drink my water. Just like Cat and me are saying, we were like, excuse me, nigga. Last week I was ready. I was ready for your ass. I was ready to give it to you. I was ready. But you're trying to question my feelings for you? Oh, she was like, you don't understand my feelings? He told me, honestly, no, I don't. I realize that we're not exclusive, or at least we didn't discuss it, but that doesn't mean that I've always known where I stand with you. I just said that shit. She was like, wasn't I the one who invited your ass over last fucking week, ready to take our relationship to the next level? And weren't your ass the one who was uncomfortable and walked the fuck out? Which I'm still trying to wrap my damn head around that shit, by the way. That makes two of us. She says, what the fuck does that mean? She was like, if your ass don't know why the fuck you left, I can't imagine who else does. It's like I didn't even damn matter to you. Your ass went to Eva without even asking me how we were or what we were. You just went on over there. It wasn't like that. We ran into each other at Aunty Jean's. Yes, nigga, and you was kissing. Then you ended up in her fucking hotel room, Tomas. Tell him, Cat. I promise you. What happened wasn't about Eva. Or at least about, no, well, at least not about me and Eva anyway. In English, please, motherfucker. He says, sometimes I wonder if you and I are together because you like me or because you think Eva does. And you're trying to stick it to her. No, that's Eva. Because remember, Leslie told her a long time ago, girl, go find your own man. I see that you're looking at that fine lawyer guy. No, he's not on your level. You need to find somebody else on your level. Don't take your sister's leftovers. So it's Eva the one who likes you because of Cat. It ain't the other way around, because Cat was digging on you way before Eva. Way before she knew that Eva was her damn sister. Okay, we're back at Danny's and Pammy. She was like, have we had this one before? I don't remember the vintage. And so Danny says, girl, yeah, it's 2015. But do I need to drink this whole damn glass of wine before you explain to me what this is all about? What this is all about, Pammy? Well, it wasn't as if we weren't going to drink the whole bottle anyway. Yes, Danny says, but I will enjoy it much more when I know what the fuck is going on. Now stop drinking your fucking courage and talk to me now. I've been taking certain calls and meetings lately. Wait a minute, girl, about our modeling agency without me? Oh, well, not as much without you, but about you, girl. And I was right. A Danny Dupree runway comeback is exactly what we need to get the industry's attention. I've got two houses that are ready to fight for an exclusive supermodel contract with you. And we are talking, girl, major big bucks. Go ahead, Danny. Danny was like, well, girl, at least you included me in the conversation about me. Are you interested in hearing the deets or not? So we're back at Orphe Jeans. Naomi tells Haley, girl, if you have questions about my father, about what he was or was not involved in, girl, you need to be asking him. Why the fuck are you talking to me about that shit? And why do you think I would know about it? Because you're Bill's favorite and he respects you. So if something's going on, girl, he confides in you. Naomi was like, girl, you really think that he would confide in me over his own damn wife? I mean, like, Bill has this tendency of wanting to protect me from things. And right now, I just want to know what's going on. So Naomi was like, girl, so what is it that makes you so suspicious about whatever it is, huh? I mean, whatever you feel like is going on, you tell me, because I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. It could not have been something he said. She's like, actually, it is. Nicole came in last night. Girl, just ready to tear a hole in it. Wait a minute, girl. Naomi just interrupts her. She said, wait a minute. Aunt Nicole stormed? I mean, girl, she practically took his head off, accusing Bill or somebody of murder. Now, I'm not going to lie. I really like this scene between Naomi and Haley because we see how close they were. We see that they still, well, they're talking, and of course Naomi is only doing it to get information, but Haley don't have no friends. So who else she gonna talk to this shit about? She ain't gonna talk to Leslie. Leslie around here trying to get up under Ted. But I like this because you can definitely see how close they were. I sometimes feel like they should do flashbacks of how Haley and Naomi used to be best friends. I think that would show us where they used to be regarding their friendship and how Haley and her met. I think it would be so dope if they did that, but maybe they'll do it in season number 2. She's like, about the murder, or at least that's what it sounded like, girl. He all but like marched me out of the fucking room, but I can still hear them yelling, girl. And since then, it's like he's just been avoiding me to keep me from having to ask what this is all about. So, what's going on, Naomi? Please, you have to tell me. And now I ain't gonna lie. Should I feel sorry for this bitch? Do I feel sorry for Haley? Because Haley knows how to put it on real thick, honey. She do. I don't know. She put her hand all over Naomi's arm, like Naomi would be like, girl, okay, this is what Dad said. We know Naomi don't trust her ass. Is my husband in some kind of trouble? Naomi tells her, girl, even if I knew something, I don't feel that it's my place to share it with your ass. But don't I have the right to know? Naomi was like, girl, that is not up to me. That's your fucking marriage. And if your husband has something that he thinks that you should know, he'll tell you. But if you can't be open with each other, girl, that's your problem, not mine. Go ahead, Naomi. Here come Haley. It's hard to believe that we were ever friends. Girl, I can't believe you sitting here wanting her to spill the tea when you was fucking her father and you never told her. So you want her to tell her about your husband, which is her father. But when it was time for her father to split with her mammy, you didn't say nothing. You just let it happen. No, she don't trust your ass. And like she said, that's your marriage. It ain't got nothing to do with me. So us being friends, that we were friends, yeah, that's the key word, were. Naomi was like, agreed, bitch. Naomi was like, I've felt the very same way. Look, my husband may be a ruthless lawyer and a hard-nosed businessman, but he is not a criminal, honey. I refuse to believe that Bill may be involved in a murder. But, Naomi was like, believe what you want, Haley. Girl, you think you know my pappy? Honey, you are barely scratching the surface, girl. That man is really damn complicated, and he only lets you see what he wants you to fucking see. But you are definitely right about one thing, honey. Besides my mama, I do tend to know him better than anyone else. And you could have knocked my ass over with a feather when I found out, honey, that he dumped her for your ass. That man has layers buried so deep, and not all of them are pretty, girl. What are you saying? That your father is a murderer? Naomi was like, girl, I'm telling you, I'm saying right now what the fuck I've been saying since the beginning of this conversation. Ask him. And she takes her shit and leaves, skedaddles. So we're back at the country club. So not Naomi. Nicole says, I know y'all are anxious about your dad and your pop to get back together. And so Samantha was like, and we know that you can help with that, right? You said you would, Granny. You said it. Sometimes help can come in so many different forms. Your parents are going to have to work this out together, and they're going to have to work it out, talk it out in time. It'll turn out to be good for both of them. So Samantha was like, but Dad trusts you. He respects you. But girl, so Nicole was like, girl, but he needs to trust your pop. And right now, their trust is under a lot of stress, honey. So Nicole was very careful. She's like, I know that they told you all what led up to this, right? And so Tyrell was like, well, look, we know that Pop saved Granddad when those racists attacked them. And they didn't report it to police because we were scared that nobody would believe their asses. And they didn't tell us because they thought we couldn't handle it. I know Nicole is like, honey, you're preaching to the choir, honey. So Nicole was like, phew. Right, see? Right. Okay, y'all. Y'all parents got a lot to work through, honey. So Tyrell was like, yeah, but... And so Nicole was like, what? Is that the whole story? So he said, because when Dad asked Pop to leave the house about 3 times... I'm sorry. When Dad asked Pop to leave the house, Jacob showed up at the house 3 damn times. See, Jacob don't even understand. You're leaving trails, baby. You're leaving little trails and breadcrumbs all over the place. Chill the fuck out. So Tyrell said it feels like they're leaving something out, and you too, Granny. So we're back with Danny and Pammy. So Pammy is really trying to convince Danny that she needs to go on the runway. Now, look, I understand that you have reservations for returning to the runway. I just decided to ignore them. And so Danny was like, more like starting cutting deals in my damn name, girl. Look, this is not about saving the comeback of Danny Dupree. This is about our brand new agency are able to land really big fucking deals, girl. And like it or not, you are a big deal. Look, I haven't committed to anything yet, but look at these numbers, girl. You just signed your name on the dotted line, and the Curtis Dupree agency is back in the black, baby. Go ahead, Pammy. You just have to pick the number you like. And Danny was like, girl, I don't understand why these numbers are so high. Girl, you better pick the number, the highest one. Run me some numbers, baby, please. Any agencies out there, run me some numbers. I'll start changing my tone just a little bit, but I'll still cuss a little bit. But yeah, run me some number shit. I'll pick the highest one. So Pammy was like, girl, false modesty does not become you, girl. So Danny claims that she's not trying to be humble. She's like, girl, I got a mirror, girl. I can look in the mirror and see that my face ain't as prime and plump and young as it used to be, girl. But you're beautiful. That they're looking for women like in our age, like our 50s and up. Honey, I wish I did look like Danny, honey. Couldn't tell me shy. So Danny was like, girl, this body of mine either. So Pammy's like, now listen to me. Your body would always be drop dead gorgeous. It always have and it always will be, even in a fucking coffin. But girl, on a practical note, these agencies want the woman that you are now. And oh, you should see the look in Danny's eyes. It's good to be wanted. It would be even better if it would be wanted by the man that she loves, but that's not what it is right now. So it's good to be wanted, and I'm happy. She looks so beautiful today. That red is popping, her lips, the off the shoulder. It is so gorgeous. These offers are for clothing lines for sexy, mature women who are still glam and utterly gorgeous. It's perfect for you. And Danny was like, girl, I don't know, girl. So Pam was like, all right, bitch, okay. Look, it's time for me to be real, brutally honest. You didn't quit modeling because of your age. You quit because you wanted a man who wanted you off the runway and on his arm. Oh my God, you better say that, girl. You loved him. I know, girl. So you chose to put yourself second to Bill in his career. Well, it's time, my darling, for you to put yourself motherfucking first. You better say that, Pammy. I tell everyone this. Put your name at the top of the to-do list, okay? To-do number 1 is you. To-do number 2, you. To-do number 3, you. Please. We always put everybody else on top of the list, and we forget ourselves. We always want to be the best mammy, the best friend, the best church member, the best co-worker, the best sorority sister. For everyone else, the best daughter, the best grandmother. We are always putting everyone above ourselves. But we never put ourselves on the list, whether it's our health or a regimen, even have like a self-care Sundays. Really take the time to get your a manicure, pedicure, manicure or pedicure, do your face, get your hair done. Like, we don't take the time, even to lay back and just do nothing. Back in the day, our parents be like, why you laying back and like you doing nothing, like you lazy? Today, you better sit your ass down and breathe. They encourage you to do breathing treatments so that you can calm every cell in your body down. And it's okay. That doesn't make you lazy. That makes you living. So back to the show. Danny was like, I hear you. So Pammy was like, good girl. Now I want to hear your ass say yes. Danny still is like, I just don't know. So Pammy was like, girl, I figured that you might be a little tentative about the idea. So Danny was like, thank you for understanding. So Pammy was like, girl, that's why I call for backup, honey. Backup. He's so halfway through the show. It's Andre. Somebody call for a mini photo shoot. I got you. I mean, she's dressed for it. And when I tell you Danny is looking like this mother child, we back at the guest house. And so Cat was like, nigga, you really think that I'm that fucking shallow, honey? You think that I would get with a man just to keep another woman from having him? Nigga, please. Look at it from my point of view. She's like, I would if it made any fucking sense. More than once I tried to talk to you about us and our relationship, only to have you turn the conversation around and make it all about Eva, about Leslie, about you and your revenge. She said, that ain't the same of you trying to accuse me of wanting to be with you just to stick it to Eva. She said, but she had to breathe. If I'm looking at it from your perspective, he said, that's all I ask. Maybe I can fucking see how it could appear that way. Now, because Eva has that leverage over her, Cat keeps acting like a fool. That girl Eva is definitely going to bring it up. It's like a, that wild card. She's going to be able to pull that shit out at some point. So as long as she has that leverage, and as long as Tomas is attracted to her, and she got that kiss in her back pocket, yeah, and knowing that him and her ain't fucked yet, see, he forget to tell her this. Like you talking about her not talking to you about the areas of your friendship and where you stand, baby. You just told her enemy that she's still a virgin. That ain't cool. So back to the show. She says, look, I know that I tend to let my anger get the best of me when it comes to that bitch. She's like, and maybe I use it as an excuse when it comes to you. And she has. I mean, now that I look at it and think about it, she has not utilized her time wisely when it comes to her time with Tomas. She does bring up Eva a whole lot more. She does. And she brings up Leslie. So she could be in a really, loving, and they could be locked in, and all of a sudden it's better than that Eva. He's like, what? What the fuck you? What are you talking about? She just walked in, or I just thought about her yesterday, what she said to me. It's like she's in her head when she needs to really be locked in her space when she's talking to Tomas and spending time with him. And she says, and she goes on about, I guess that it keeps me from saying the right thing. So he says, Kat Richardson afraid to use her words. Wait a minute. Didn't Eva just say that earlier? No, he said that. She said that to him earlier. Okay. Kat said that to him. Okay. She's like, ha ha ha. Look, I know I can be a handful. And with the Leslie situation blowing up, honey, I've been more distracted than ever. But you make me feel a way that I've never felt before. Didn't we hear that yesterday from Eva? It's intense and wonderful and exciting and sometimes really, 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 really scary. And maybe I just don't sometimes handle things well. And I'm letting strong feelings from one thing run into another. But I'm just going to say it. I'm crazy about you, okay, Tomas? As much as I care and as much as I want this to work, I can't be a point, honey, in a triangle with you and Eva. Bitch, you better say that shit. You better say that shit, Cat. He tells her, you are not a point. You are at the center of all what I want, of what I've always wanted. And we all know what he wants, right? To be partner. That's what he wants. I felt something from you the moment I saw you across the room at Bill and Haley's wedding. And I've been chasing that feeling, whatever it is, hoping that one day you see what I saw for us. She said, well, say that shit once more then. Say it so I really hear it. Oh, shit. He said, I have a better idea. I'll show you. Oh, shit. They're kissing. I like their kisses a little bit better than him and Eva's. I don't know why. Child, so we back at Danny's house. So Danny went upstairs to change and put on this gorgeous, like sun-kissed orange, yellow dress off the shoulder, of course. Her shoulders are clearly her best asset. And she comes back downstairs, baby. They turned her whole living room into a photo session studio, honey. Andre, lights, sticks, backgrounds, all that shit. So Danny tells her, girl, I can't believe you want me to do this shit right here, right now. So Pam was like, whatever time it is for you to do this, girl, right now. Girl, you better get on that ladder and do it, because there's a ladder, too. It's like, what are we going to do with that ladder, honey? Perhaps yesterday would have been good, but we know that time marches on forward thing. So yeah, today is the day. So, Maestro, do your thing. So Andre was like, okay, Danny, look, I'm here for you, okay? All right, boo? It's all about you, boo, okay? So do whatever feels good, whatever comes natural. I got you, and you got this. So they play some song, and Pam gives this really weird face. I might have to take a picture. Y'all know I give those weird looking faces. Well, I do have the main picture on here as of Haley with her mouth wide open, but Pam gives this weird look too. Okay, so we have a box fan, and we have a background, and we have a baddie. A good combination, honey, for a great photo shoot, and she's doing the damn thing too. So we're back at Orphe Jeans. So we got the whisper, the detective whisperer is at Orphe Jeans to meet his boo. Hey babe. Oh, sorry. Hey babe. Sorry to keep you waiting, but I have some news. Actually, I got some good news, but relax. It's not about your cousin's case. She's like, thank God. I took that phone number from June's photo and had one of our departments run a reverse directory on that sheet. So you said, wait a minute, you got a damn address? He was like, yep, so what you want to do? So Naomi was like, well, send it to me, and I can go over there and find out who this person is that's related to June. But, and so he was like, wait a minute, but? She was like, wait a minute. Whoever's on the other side of that line clearly does not want to be disturbed. So she was like, well, how many times? I know what you're about to say. How many times does a person have to hang up on me before I get the message? I already know, honey. So he was like, look at it like this. June doesn't know that you want to run a follow-up on the number, right? She's like, well, no. She knew I wanted to help her and find out, but I didn't tell her. No, hell no. So Jacob was like, well, you off the hook. Because she can't be expecting something. She can't be disappointed if you didn't, she wasn't expecting anything from you. So if she wasn't expecting anything from you and you didn't deliver, her ass can't be disappointed. But if you want an out, you got it. But we both know, baby, we both know that the last thing that Naomi Hawthorne ever looks for is an out. So Haley gets back to the office with Bill. Bill, are you busy? He was like, no, baby, not for you, baby. Come on in. So she was like, is that true? Well, you did want me to be a part of your fight with Nicole last night, so I went to Naomi to see if she could tell me what the fuck's going on. I know. He's like, what? You went to my daughter? I know I shouldn't have, but she beat up on me. Here she go. What you mean? Girl, you be walking to fights. She beat up on me about being a bystander to my own marriage, and so she told me that I need to ask you if I wanted to know something. So, I wanted to know something. Why in God's name was Nicole so mad at you? And how does murder fit into all this? What is this all about? Because that much, nigga, that's what I heard. Oh my God, Bill, murder? I mean, was she saying that you knew about a murder, or? He says, or what? Did I commit one? She's like, look, honey, I'm just asking, Bill. He takes a deep breath, like, okay, Nicole is in a very emotional state, highly emotional state right now. Understandably so, considering the circumstances. Out of respect for her, I have to keep certain details vague. Well, the unfortunate death that she talked about took place 2 years ago, right? And, I got involved after the fact, all right? Yeah, that's all, It was a matter of self-defense, basically. Involving, he was like, look, so you know about the press conference that I helped Martin with that got cut short, right? So Martin, look, baby, Martin, he felt that he needed to clarify something before the public about the event. But during the press conference, Martin figured out that the statement that he wanted to say wasn't necessary. He says it's just as simple as that. She get her little ass up. She's like, it is not all that simple, is it? Look, Bill, I'm not accusing you of lying, but I can tell from what you're telling me, what you're telling me isn't the whole truth. He was like, look, baby, okay, this ain't my story to tell, all right? But I'm sharing with you whatever I can, but it ain't my story. But I can see that what I've already shared with you ain't enough for you. She's like, no. Actually, it's more than enough. I believe what you're saying, and I'm done with my questions because I love you. And that's what matters, right? So we're back at the cottage house. And so we hear Cat and Tomas. So she stops kissing him and she's like, I hope the fuck you know that this kissing wasn't about sticking it to Eva, right? Ooh, he says, right now, Eva is the last thing on my mind. She said, that's fucking good, nigga, because if you want my ass, you can have my ass. All of me, she says, I've never wanted any woman more. Yes, you did. Just an hour ago, you wanted Eva's puss. Are you sure? She says, yes. Don't you hear the music, nigga? She says, are you? He says, more than anything. Do you feel that down there, girl? Yes, he's ready too. Now, honestly, y'all, I wasn't expecting this, baby. I was not expecting it was the tables to turn for it to be Cat getting the Tomas stick. I wasn't expecting it. Everybody thought it was Eva. They didn't tell us this. They didn't show us none of this. So, okay, Beyond the Gates, okay. I mean, he kisses on her shoulders and shit. I'm like, okay, Tomas been wanting to fuck somebody today. And it was going to be somebody, whether it was going to be his right hand, left hand, Eva, or Cat. He tatted up, too. He said he always had all those tats. Somehow, I think they wrote it in the script about his tats, but those are his tats. He's tatted the fuck up. So the song is so on. It's so on, honey. It's so on. She looks at him. He looks at her like, you sure? He didn't say it, but you could tell. She said yes, and I guess that was her, doing the thing, and she, yeah. Girl, it ain't that easy, honey. So we back at Orphe Jeans. Naomi and Jacob are talking about this damn address. So she's like, look, the address ain't that far from here. I can be there within an hour. Jacob, you better not let her go there by herself. So he did offer to go with her. So she was like, thank you, but I think I have a better chance with having the person trust me if I go there alone. That's dumb. He was like, look, baby, come on. I was like, look, hey, baby, come on. It's not like I'm going to be showing up in full uniform with the sirens blazing, baby. You need to let me go. She's like, no, boo. She's like, I got this, okay? I promise. In the first sign of danger, I'll bring your ass in, okay? But it'll probably be nothing. So she's looking at the picture on her phone. And so she says, this is for June. But if I got to be honest with you, baby, it's for me, too. She says she's dying to know who those kids are. So we back at Danny. So she was like, well, and then like, damn woman indeed. She said, well, it was fun, honey, but playing around in the living room is not the same, baby. And those earrings, those geometric earrings are fucking dope. She said, playing around in the living room ain't the fucking same as resuming a whole damn career. I don't know why. I mean, she's allowed Bill to really damage her self-esteem. Although she knows she's gorgeous, but gorgeous enough to be in print media and be sponsored and stuff. She is damaged. So she says she still has to think about it. So Pammy tells her, look, good girl, look at the pictures first. See what you feel. So, then you could tell us the yes so we can get moving, So, yeah. So Pammy leaves, and so Andre tells Danny, look, she's right, the camera loves you. You're magic on film. Look at this. And so she's looking. So she asks Andre, do you think I should do this? He was like, look, baby, I think this is your call. He said, these shots have my camera finger itching. What you itching for, Andre? I mean, since we're alone, he grabs her around the waist. How about we have a intimate session? So, yes, she says, Andre Richardson, are you suggesting a nude photo shoot? He's like, hey, you put me through my paces last time, if I remember. I mean, turnabout is fair play, baby. Okay? She says she has this beautiful, mustard color robe on, and she was like, when have I ever played fair? So he was like, shit, I take that shit as a yes. She's like, I thought you never asked. So she takes off the shoulder, and she has a cute little nightie on, but he said nude, girl, not nightie. So she takes her finger and tells him to bring your ass over here. So he put the fucking camera down, baby, and they just, you see how they kiss? That's how you kiss as grown people. That whole shit with damn I'm not Smitty. Why I'm talking about, I'm sleepy, y'all. With Eva and damn Tomas, that didn't look good. I could even give Cat and Tomas a good thing. But the way that Andre and Danny kiss, that's grown people kissing. I love it. So we're back at the country club. So Tyrell was like, look, when Pop came home that night, him and Dad had a long fucking talk. So, and if, when it's something that important, normally they loop me and Sam into the discussion. But not this time, which makes me think that there's more going on than what they wanted to tell us. So yeah, them kids are smart. They don't miss out on nothing. So Nicole just tells him like, look, when things are confusing, it's really so easy to think, the negative or the way that you're thinking now. But look, your parents love you. They know that, girl. They don't want to know whether they love them. They want to know what's the tea. So she was like, look, overall, we all want the family to have them get back together. That's what we all want. That is the goal, okay? That is all of our goals. Not any of these damn distractions, okay? So we're back at Bill and Haley sitting on his lap again. I swear, don't y'all have chairs there? That girl is always sitting on his lap in the office. He was like, listen, you know that I would never do anything to hurt you or put you in danger. Now look, if I don't tell you about every single detail that I do on a daily basis, girl, it's just that I just don't want to worry you with the petty fucking details, that's all. And he said, and by the way, I shouldn't have to say this shit, but I don't commit murder. I don't have to. I can get whatever I want without lifting a fucking finger. And the fact is, killing is a fool's pastime, baby. So yeah, I trust that I'm much smarter than that. Oh, I know you are. And I know that you'll do whatever it takes to protect me and our unborn child. No one's putting anything over my hubby. And baby, we are at the guest house in the afterglow. And Tomas is kissing all over Cat's shoulder, baby. I just knew that he was going to... Didn't y'all think that he was going to be with Eva? That's all we talked about was him and Eva. But we were wrong. I told y'all we be getting shit wrong, but that's all right. That is the joy of the front porch because we can make guesses and take chances and drink our tea and be right and be wrong all at the same time. I love it. Now, Cat is looking like she was like, yeah, got him. She looks guilty. I wonder, the only person that she's going to tell the truth with is to us and Chelsea. She's probably going to be like, girl, it was all right. I mean... You know who else's lips are like hers? I don't know if their lips are permanently like that, but if you know, what's her name? Miss Quad. Hey, she got it. She got it. Quad from Married to Medicine. Her lips and Cat's lips. I don't know if Cat's lips, maybe she just had the eyeliner. I mean, not eyeliner, but lip liner on. Really, it was like a permanent lip liner. But if her lips are always like that, because I don't remember, I don't know. But it looks like she has a really darker, like a lip, it's very dark around the edges of her lips, and the middle of her lips are like pink. That's how Quad's lips are. If you look at Quad's lips and you look at the end of this scene of Cat's lips, it's the same. Anyway, let's see what's happening next week. So we see Eva talking to her mammy. She talking about she tired of fighting. Leslie was like, she's your sister, baby. The fight has just begun. So Cat is keep talking to Ted. Look, Leslie and Eva are here, and they trying to ruin our lives every chance they fucking get. And then Andre and Danny are talking about, don't tell me that he's there to ask for her father's hand in marriage. What the fuck? And then we see Ashley appear somewhere, and he's pulling her close. Andre is pulling her close to dance with her. I don't know what that's about. And then we see Chelsea, Cat, and Sam. Every time I see an Articulates video in their heyday, it still blows their minds. And we see them posing like the damn dreams. Every girl has her own special dream. Every dream is about to come true. So we finally are going to see the 100th episode, and hopefully that is the Articulates concert. So, yeah, episode 100 should be coming Tuesday? Should be Tuesday. Should be, because I just did 98, which was Friday. So, yeah, it should be Tuesday. Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So yay, we finally gonna see this fucking concert. Every God ever song is a dream. Every dream is about to come true. Yes, baby. Yes. So I'm sure y'all was singing it. If you sing Dreamgirls, when I tell y'all, when that movie came to the theater, I cried. Especially when Jennifer Hudson did Effie White's I'm Not Going. I boo-hooed. I really did. Because I was so happy to see it. That was my first no, I can't lie. That was like a Broadway show when I was little, like maybe 13 or so, when I remember seeing it on Broadway. When it came, well, not Broadway, but when it was on tour in DC when I was young, my father took me. My first Broadway show that I remember seeing that was on tour was The Wiz. I saw Stephanie Mills when she was a little girl with that pressed hair. It was so cute. And that little thing sang home. I was done. I was like, I want to do that. Now I ain't done no Broadway, but I have my little theater here and there. It's amazing, full circle, baby. If your calling is meant to be, baby, it's gonna find you. As long as you are breathing and living and walking and talking, if there's a specific calling on your life. My first play, I'll tell you this, my first play was when I was a little girl in kindergarten. It was called Goldilocks and the Three Bears, and we couldn't do the play because that was around the time that the teachers were on strike, and so we couldn't do it. And I've always wanted to be an actress and be on stage, but I never knew how to do it in my hometown. But when I came here, opportunity just fell in my lap, and I'm so grateful, and I'm trying to expand. So I'm letting y'all know, please don't ever give up on your dream. No matter what people might think, how silly they think it sounds, it ain't silly for you. It's right for you. You hear me? All right. Oh, okay, I'm off my soapbox now. Okay, this was a good week. I really liked all of the episodes. Everything was good. Sorry for the lateness, y'all. Just that, yesterday? Thursday just got me off just a little bit. Just a little bit, girl. Just a little bit. But it's all right. We're going to be back to normal next week. I start rehearsals, but I should be able to squeeze a lot of these episodes in. What I do want to do is definitely finish Divorce Sisters. I think that the last episode is like the mid-season finale. So the only thing that I'm going to be focused on is Beyond the Gates, baby, and my show. So y'all take it easy, be blessed, and I will see y'all on the front porch, right? We're going to be talking about this particular episode because I know, baby, I know we're going to be talking about what really happened. We thought that it was going to be Tomas and Eva. No, no. It was Tomas and Cat, and Cat doesn't look pleased. I wonder why. All right, bye.